These are the answers to the quiz review. So for the first three, we're asking for the first three terms. On this one, first term was given to is 15. And the pattern is to add 10. So we add 10 to that, add 10 to that. Okay. For number 2, we're putting in 1, 2, and 3 and getting our value. So if you put 1 in, you get -5 plus 24, that's 19. Put 2 in, -10 plus 24 is 14. Put 3 in, -15 plus 4, that's a +9. And then same thing here, we're going to put 1, 2, and 3 in. So if you put 1 in, you get 4 to the 0, which is 1. Put 2 in, you get 4 to the first, which is 4. Put 3 in, 4 to the second power is 16. Okay. For number 4, they give us this sequence here, 8n minus 12. We're supposed to find these values. So for 8, if I were to put 8 in there, 8 times 8 minus 12 is 64 minus 12, which is a 52. Okay. Find n with a sub n equals 68. We're going to set this equal and add 12, 8n equals 80, divide, and we get n equal to 10. Okay. So that's the answers to those first two. Then we get another one, a sub 20. So now we're going to put 20 in for n, which is 160 minus 12, which gives us 148. And then here we're going to set this equal to 108. Add 12, 120 equals 8n, divide by 8, and we get n equal to 15. Okay. Then we get 4 sequences. We're asked to make a recursive and an explicit formula for each one, and then to state whether it's arithmetic or geometric. So for the recursive, again, you want to state what the beginning term is, and then what are we doing? What's the pattern here? So in this case, we are adding 8, so we would just go plus 8. So the recursives are simple. What is the first term, and what are you doing to get to the next term? Okay. As far as the explicit goes, if we are adding like this, then we are going to take what we're adding by. That'll be our slope. Okay. And if we come back one, what was it at term 0? That'll be the y-intercept. So that puts us right back to an old idea, an old concept. And when we are adding or subtracting, we call that arithmetic. Okay. For this next one, what was our first term? First term was 44. What are we doing to get to the next term? We're subtracting 10, so minus 10. Okay. Because we're subtracting 10, this will be arithmetic. So now, because it's arithmetic, I'm looking and saying, well, what's the slope then? What are we doing? We're going down 10, so minus 10 or negative 10 times n. That's our slope times n. And then I say, all right, well, what about the first term? What were we doing here? And that would have to have been 54. So then plus 54. So we want to recognize those patterns. You can use these notes here for the quiz tomorrow and help you set things up. But that would be if they're arithmetic. Now, this one's a little different. This one's multiplying by 8 to get from term to term. So we're taking the previous term times 8. And our first term was 1. Okay, so that's a geometric series. When you multiply or divide to get from term to term, we call that geometric. So what would be the explicit here? Well, for a geometric, we're just going to put the first term down times what we multiply by to the n minus 1. First term, what do I multiply by? N minus 1. If we set it up like that, we're in business. Okay? And then here, same thing. What's the first term? 500. Okay. What are we doing to get to the next term? We are dividing by 5. Okay. So I split. This is geometric. We divided to get from the term to term. So I put the first term down times. Since I divided by 5, I'm going to write that as a 1/5 to the n minus 1. All right. And then that's our answers. So tomorrow your quiz will look very similar to this. and give you a chance. So again, you can use this or any of your notes to help you do this